Ireland Esports Collegiate Series. We are on to round 2 of week 3 here tonight, and it is going to be UL Esports versus TUS Dragons. And after a few technical difficulties, just a couple, thank you so much to our admins tonight. We are into the game and we are into the pistol round. We are here on Mirage, and it looks like it is just going to be a B rush here from TUS, just going to gun it out and go for it.
Trying to get the kill towards the bench, but just not able to land the shots. And 3 players here from the side of UL Esports combine to clean things up. Just on the Trudy now, and gets absolutely dropped by CM2K. A very quick round from TUS, but the bullets even faster from ULB.
Yeah, no, it's the classic Mirage play. Rush B, don't stop. First round, you know, you go for that, and it's either you get a plant, everything goes super well, or you get mowed down, and it was the latter this time. So UL Esports off to a good start, getting early bit of control now on their CT side. Geed on this scout misses on the pistol, so you know, not going to get anything there, but they are just against Glock, so I don't imagine much will be done here. But they do get him taken out. That rifle is dropped in window, and an MP9 taken as well off of CM2K, so dealing a little bit of damage, but everyone else is just chipping in. Just Scarecrow left with the bomb, so he could go for the plant if they aren't ready for this A play. But it seems like he's on borrowed time right now. But they do look away. There's just the stairs player and Gaby. He's just going to sit back. If he gets the timing right, a plant would do wonders for their economy. If he can just drop down to the default before he checks the location, it should be something. But he's going to check. He's not going straight for the plant, it looks like. Or is the bomb down? I cannot... It looks like it should be on actor. Oh, I thought he had the bomb.
Yeah,
it's very difficult to see the little bomb is a little bit tiny. But just my eyes.
My eyes, they cannot see.
No, is that a bomb for ants?
Oh, whoa! You can look at that.
Well, you can do that. That's a great little angle there. But UL Esports are going to take a timeout here after winning their second round. You know, just going to talk it over.
I hope it's BM and not another tech issue. But just looking into this next round, thankfully, TUS Dragons are going to be able to get a buyout here. AKs across the board. Bits of utility. Enough. Let's put it that way, enough. I mean, Baby Bear could get a smoke out, another flashbang on the Locky. Trudy could probably drop, because you can drop nades now in case anyone wasn't too sure. Whereas over on the CT side, money's a little bit tighter. I say that, it realistically Gaby could drop over a rifle, but there's no real need for it right now. As CM2K takes a little bit longer to buy up, but we'll eventually get it out. The AKs, as I said, on the board for TUS, and it looks like they're going to try to take A fast here.
Yeah, Mollies are going to slow that push a lot, though. Michael actually going to push really hard up here with the MP9. So if he's baited incorrectly, he is able to get one, able to deal a huge amount of damage onto Scarecrow, but does fall soon after. A nade, though, finishes him off. So now man advantage here for UL. And a bit of peppering shot through and just seemingly winning every fight they can find. So far, only the MP9 has been lost, and there's even been the upgrade to an AK for Gaby, so I don't see a way in which Bartel can get this round. Or Bartelo? I don't think we've... Bartello. Bartel.
Oh, Bartello. Okay.
Or is it... I'm going to go Bartello. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's a good name. 50 seconds on the clock for him, though, and it's just ticking down. He could maybe get a kill, but no. CM2K is ready for the angle on top of that little pot, and he's able to get the third for his team. And UL Esports off to the races to start off this game. The second game of the night. I assume they just, you know, they want to get their rest for the evening, so they're like, we'll bang this one at 13-0 for now. And we'll see how that plan goes.
Yeah, we always talk about teams trying to get us back on schedule after numerous tech delays, but TUS will be hoping that that's not the case. Nah. Having to fall back, drops the defensive smoke to try to obscure the lines of sight. The smoke not fully clearing the Molotov, and as the player flies out, will get taken down immediately. It's a bit of a shutdown here for CT. Well, when you're saying a bit of a shutdown, yeah, a bit of a shutdown from the CT side. There we go. Took me a little bit of work there, and Bartello eventually taken down through the wood. 4-0 start here for UL Esports, and the money is a-flowing.
Yeah, no, just being able to survive with so many players. 2 of them haven't even died yet in the 4 rounds. So it is just absolute, just booming economy going on over there. And able to get this there, keeping it simple with their holds, you know, 2-1-2, not going for any stacks or anything as of yet, but they haven't needed to, so there's no point in changing up what they're going for. Scarecrow does have the op here, so maybe they can go for some sort of peak here, especially with Gaby going for a little bit more pushing and prodding. Is going to hear that scope, though, the ramp player, Michael. Going to go for a little bit of aggression. Might make his way through the smoke, but right now just playing outside of it. Going to try to get the Palace player. Is not able to finish him off, and they are going to get the pick out on him. Palace player does eventually fall. So 4v4 on their hands, and they're going to try to make their way into sight. They are pushed out of the Tetris position, but they're just so scattered. They can't do anything here, and they're just going to get shot through. Baby Bear, though, able to get 1, 2, and they haven't checked this position on bench as well, but the spray runs out, the bullets run out, and CM2K just going to finish off the round. A 5-0 start for the CT side, and it doesn't look like they're planning on slowing up at all.
Yeah, very good shutdown there for the CT side. Nice to see a bit of utility come out from the T's, but unfortunately just not able to put the brakes on the momentum right now from UL. Again, and another start of the round where the bomb is making its way towards B with some early utility coming out of the T's towards mid. Good pick off there on the Scarecrow as UL open the scoring here.
Yeah, and we do see the op of Geed standing out here. Oh, is going to get caught off, though. Really nice from Baby Bear. The missed smoke on window actually comes to pay off for him as he doesn't see him peek through the underpass. Another pick onto B. So they are at a man advantage here, and he stays around underpass and gets another one. The B player does have the op here, but they're already through. The rotate was a little bit too late. Gonna get 1, but that's all for now. CM2K, though. Both these players are not very healthy, both half HP, so he is able to take the fights. A couple of nades on his side and a utility kit. So should be able to get a defuse if he is able to get these kills. But they're just going to bait him out, and Baby Bear with a 3rd in the round is able to get them their first round of the half. 5-1, and a really nice round. Good few picks, just able to spread out on the map and spread UL Esports a bit too thin for their liking.
Yeah, I do actually want to say TUS hitting some great shots here on a couple of other players. Baby Bear doing a lot of work in that round. And it's just about keeping that up, trying to force UL Esports to respect them, and maybe it quells some of the aggression. Speaking of aggression, player already through underpass, clearing out B completely, so they will be able to stack up a bit more towards mid and A. But TUS, they've all in towards top mid here. So they're not going to get too much for it. Yes, you do open up mid, but you are all going to have to funnel through the one angle of attack. The flank completely spotted out. Geed will be knocked down to 5 points of health. And it looks like TUS are just going to fight their way out of mid here.
Yeah, the fact they're able to quell that flank means that they are able to go B here, and they're going to just leave UL in a position where they don't really know where they sit. Mid is not in any way under their control. Gaby is going to watch for the push, but they're able to take short. They're able to take a little bit of con pressure, and it just forces the CTs to have to look for a little bit of control, which they just can't seem to. Oh, able to get 1, though, Gaby in the window. Michael is fighting as well for his life against the con player with the op, and does take him out. Takes a bullet for his troubles, but stays alive. A little bit of HP lost, but able to still keep it going. Gaby with another one as well. These 2 mid players, they're trapped and they're just no support able to get it. As well as that, no nades, no life as well. Just one player left. Scarecrow with the op. They know he's in chair. They know exactly what he can do. But he's going to hit the first shot. The important one as well. The last two players are very low. But given that he has the op and he hasn't swapped, I don't know if he's going to know that fact. So, yeah, he's going to try to stay alive. But he dies before the time. Isn't going to lose out on the money of the round. But it could have been a good save if he stayed alive. But I think it's too heavy of a risk given how this half is already going for them.
Yeah, that's something you notice a lot, especially at this level, unfortunately. When people are in a position to save, they try to... It's kind of half save, you know what I mean? They still try to take the odd fight. Just fairly unnecessary. And they are still going to get rifles out across the board, but 2 Galils and a Krieg as well in the hands of Scarecrow. It's not a bad buy by any means, but it's probably not as much as they would have wanted. CM2K though, getting aggressive up mid. The CTs have taken ramp. He is going to get one on the Bartello, but Baby Bear will trade that one out. And the aggression just keeps coming here from the CT side.
Yeah, they really do like these just short posted up positions, you know, pushing up ramp a little bit, pushing up apartments. And Nath is able to get his one in the apartments. They know he's there though, so that means they know that at most only one can be here on A, just going to watch from that short position, try to catch anyone off. It's running across, and he is going to spot both of them. The bomb is in hand, though. So Scarecrow is going to get taken out, trying to cross it. And now running, Baby Bear is going to see his opponent, but isn't able to escape. The flash pops, but he doesn't get him caught at all. He knows this player is here. He heard him on the side, I think, running from CT. So it's just up to... if they can both peek the right angles right now. Maybe catches a glimpse of the foot, but he can't get the kill. He aims a little bit too low on the spray, hits the legs, the chest. But the bullets of Gaby's rifle do hit the head, leaving ULB with a 7-1 lead, already taking the half at the very least, and there's 4 more rounds to go where they could assert more dominance. Or will TUS be able to keep their heads cool in such a difficult situation for this start?
Yeah, just played that one right. Unfortunately, not able to land the shot. Thankfully, though, the T's are going to be able to buy up still. So able to put the pressure on. If they can get themselves into a similar situation, they might be able to find a second here. Just going for a contact play as they get up the ramp. The nades come out, they spot the shoulder out, and Michael is dispatched with quickly. Baby Bear, meanwhile, in the mid position with a successful lurk. So a 2-man advantage now for the side of TUS. CM2K and Nath trying to fight back into this one. Gaby will find one, will unfortunately be taken down. Just 2 players remain, and they have to be aware of this flank though the whole time for the rest of this round.
Yeah, Baby Bear has just been doing great work in the underpass, able to get so many picks with the lurk. Bartello as well. Against CM2K, the op shot doesn't hit its mark, and they're able to get their second of the half. A little bit more momentum on their side. Money for UL Esports is really just dragging along, so they're able to get maybe 1 rifle on Nath, but I don't even think they're going to go for that. A few pistols. Nath is running the revolver, I see. Truly a man of culture, able to do what he can.
As well.
I don't remember the last time I've seen a revolver.
I feel like I saw it recently, or something where like 2 or 3 players brought it out. I can't remember what tournament it was though. I think it was an Irish one anyway, but not able to find a kill with it just yet. Where are they both hiding out? So 5 and 2. Oh, they're both towards B, which is exactly where the bomb is heading. A little bit of contact initially. The one in mid will drop, and it looks like a pretty clean round here from TUS, all things considered.
I think Nath had a revolver skin. I don't... You forget that they made those skins for that gun, but gets 1 shot. But it's just it's such a slow rate of fire. Even just you either pay with fire rate or accuracy, and neither ring true other than a single shot. Michael does see him, but I don't think realizes until it's just too late. So TUS, it was against an eco, but they're still able to come out strong. No players dying. UL Esports as well. they might have spent a little bit too much on their side. As you can see, CM2K has 3K left, so they are going to go for another semi-eco half-buy. TUS giving themselves a nice opportunity to get 4 or maybe even 5 this half if they're able to just keep themselves from losing too many men and stop these ecos in their tracks. And they are able to do that. Lockie is going to trade damage, but info on the push is really important for both of these teams.
Yeah, unfortunately, UL Esports not really going to get too much of it. Oh, they spot each other there. Yeah, the 5-7 repositions, but Bartel able to take him down. Now just Gabe does have a scout, so might be able to get a little bit of damage off, but the noose is slowly being tightened. Really trying to come in from the back line and combines with Lockie to take him out. So 4th here for TUS. They started off this half quite slow. So they've worked themselves back into it, and 8-4 wouldn't be a bad half here. If they can get 7-5, you're pretty much tied up at that point.
Yeah, no, it's definitely just a situation where you're fairly happy, you know. If you can get the pistol, especially on that CT side of Mirage, you can do so much there. And they're showing their mettle here that they're able to get a nice bit done. You know, it has been a lot of Baby Bear, Trudek able to, or Trudy able to do so much, but they're still playing very strong as a team. Oh, Guy does catch a glimpse, stops the op, and he actually gets that kill as well. They're picking off a few members of the TUS squad, and they're able to get a third in. Gaby does die, but it's still a 4 versus 2 now with the players completely healthy, loads of util for UL Esports. So TUS are going to have to make a move if they want to do anything here. And I think Scarecrow was heard, pulls out the nade. Michael catches him off perfectly, all onto Trudy. Able to get it looked like he got a dink through the wall, but I think that was onto him actually. And 8-4 half. You were saying it's still, you know, a respectable half to start with, especially given how they began that half. So it'll be interesting to see exactly what they pull out now that they're on the CT side and can maybe get a few more rounds under their belt, get the pistol, get the second round, try to just even it up as quickly as they can.
Yeah, it's a pretty decent round, especially considering how it started. Oh, Molotov here on pistol round, pretty interesting from TUS. They are with a towards A on the side of UL Esports, and the Rumby's not able to work out, but they are able to catch Scarecrow out towards mid the flashbang just to try to slow the momentum here from the T's, but they're already up in the window position, pushing out through connector as well. Bartel will fall. Baby Bear trying to do work. Lockie will help him out of it, and the trade's unfortunately fallen the way of the T's. Baby Bear is able to claw one more back. So CM2K and Michael against Baby Bear, but he's picked the wrong site. Gonna lose some vital seconds here as he rotates into CT. Should be heard every day of the week. Does actually find that kill on Michael, and CM2K has to be very careful here.
Yeah, he's able to just go for it now. He's gonna stick it, gonna catch him off. If he was a bit more aware of where CM2K was from previous, he could have maybe gone for that ninja, but eventually UL Esports do bring it out. But really nice attempt at the 1 versus 3 by Baby Bear. You said they lost out on the trades, and it just is a bit too much for them to come back from. 3 rifles now, 2 MAC-10s, but TUS, they are forcing back against this. A lot of MP9s, a lot of head armor though, except for Geed. So if, you know, they are protected against these SMGs for the most part, but they still could catch them off if they're played correctly. But to start, Michael is going to get a nice kill. Bartello as well, going to catch up another one. So already man advantage for TUS, but the rifles are still alive, so they could do huge damage. If Nath was able to hit that shot, that was the B-side wide open. But for now, they're just going to group up and see exactly what they can do. Going to pull back a little bit and figure out their options. It's 1 minute 15. There's so much they're able to do here.
Yeah, very brave position here with the MP9 towards B. Looking for the fight in Nath. Did have his crosshair trained perfectly on the head, so the pre-fire would have been pretty successful, but 57 seconds remaining. They are going to elect to go through the underpass position, trying to work their way up through connector. We'll have the short and window player to contend with, but the short player can't currently make up his mind. I'll switch back to looking towards connector. Oh, he spotted the foot. Repositioning there. She'll be able to find Michael towards the top. Nath will fall as well. And the crossfire just too strong for the side of TUS.
Yeah, really clean mid-round from TUS there. They do, get those really nice early picks, but they position themselves really well, being able to have those two players be in case they do go for an apps play. But having the idea to just keep themselves around mid, make it so they can rotate fast or even catch people off, which they did, and it works out wonderfully. So 9-5 now, and it should be a 6 for TUS if they're able to stop these pistols. But as I say that, Bartello is caught off with an AK. So Michael is able to recover that, and even with aim punch, he gets that next kill. Baby Bear alone on A, does have a Nova against these unarmored opponents, could get so much, and he gets 2. That's a huge bit of money in the pocket, but money doesn't matter if you're losing these rounds as much. Able to get 1, able to get 2. Trudek going to get the second double kill for his team, and Lockie is going to be able to get another. A lot of damage by UL Esports, but TUS still get the round.
Yeah, and the economy's built up a decent amount here for the CTs. There's going to be probably, I was saying Trudy at the start, but I'm gonna switch around to your way of thinking with Trudek. Trudek with a lot of money still in the back pocket here, so they'll be able to buy an extra round regardless, whereas the rest of the team will be, scraping for change at this point. Okay, but delay getting towards the window. Thankfully, no one's going to be trying to take a straight up duel with that, or else he would have been in for a lot of hurt. The T's just going with a pretty standard setup. 1 towards Palace, 2 towards ramp, and 2 try and take the fight out through mid. They're not able to find anything yet. In fact, Nath will fall. Kill from Gade though on towards stairs. Will open up this A side just a little bit.
Yeah, really nice pick. Gade is brought a little bit low, which leaves an opportunity, but for now, Scarecrow is in a prime position. He might not get checked here. They are being very vigilant on their angles, but Scarecrow, trigger discipline, is going to get caught off, but not before he can take the kill. Lockie going to get 1, get taken out. Just 2 players left, Gaby and Michael. And if they can position right here, Michael misses the first few, but the spray is really good. Trudek is alone now. 1 versus 2, does have a kit and full belt of utility, so if he can throw the nades in the right places, he maybe could throw this off. That molly, that nade, could just go straight to firebox if he thinks they could be coming from there. But for now, he's just going to slow walk, going to get caught off. They know exactly where he is, and right now it's 2 versus 1. They double peek him, and they take the round cleanly. Gets a little bit dirty in the mid-round, but they're able to get to double digits and put TUS under just that bit more pressure, as now the economy is starting to show its cracks.
Yeah, and that's reflected in the buy. Very, very scrappy here with a Nova, an MP. Yeah, it's an MP9 still. Is it? Yeah, for some reason my brain was going towards MP7, but Bartello with the scout eliminates Michael immediately. That's going to force the rest of these players on ULB just to press W. Fly out A, there is 1 CT already through Palace. It's going to be very difficult to try to get him out of there. Scarecrow, pushed out by the Molotov, will eventually get taken down. Bit of a dirty spray there, but it does find the mark eventually.
Yeah, this Molly is going to get a nice bit of damage. Isn't going to stop the plant, but, dealing, 60, 70 damage between the 2 players is really nice. Is going to get taken out though, and Lockie as well falls. Just Baby Bear now. The flank does eventually come in. It took so long. The whole round was spent building up to that moment, and he's only able to get 1 with that Nova. UL Esports on to 11. TUS, they gave it a nice start, but right now UL, they're showing why they got to the 8-4 to begin with. Able to keep a strong economy now with 5 AKs in hand. TUS have to force again with 3 MP9s and a Nova. This really is the last stand, because if UL win this round, they're left with nothing on the side of TUS.
Yeah, very interesting decision to force buy into this one, but just not trusting themselves enough to try to fight back with their rifles. Unfortunately, having a weapon deficit and now a 1-man deficit as Baby Bear will fall. One of the shining stars, currently second in the server. That's going to force the over-rotation here. TUS, they lose 1 player. CM2K continues to make some noise. and that's going to call all 4 over here. I mean, it's not too bad if they can hold on to their weapons. They might have a better buy in the next round, but it looks like they're just going to try to rotate around. A very dodgy call, to say the least, here from the CTs.
Yeah, definitely. Given that you have completely evacuated the B site, there really is no reason to try to even go and fight these players. They have good economy, they have AKs, so you should never really win any of these fights. And they go for it, so they lose literally everything. And the money's already broken, so even saving some armor, the pistols, the MP9s would have taken a nice weight off. But here they're back to basically the same situation now because they weren't able to keep any of those alive. The extra loss bonus does mean a FAMAS for Baby Bear, but even then, it's still just not a good situation to be in, especially against match point and 6 match points they would have to break through in order to bring us to an overtime. And it just feels like that is too tall of a task, too high of a wall to climb, as they are going to set up for what has been working here on the T side. They're going to go for this just simple smoke lineup, able to just completely cover the site, get jungle, get stairs, get CT, and just completely block out the CTs. But Bartello, able to get one, sticks around, does swap at an inopportune time, but able to get the kill. That is absolutely important there, slowing everyone up. It's just the A play left, and Lockie is going to sit here in the ninja position. Going to get one, going to get 2 with that MP9, and it's just Gaby left alive. He does get 1, takes out that player, but 4 men need to be taken out now. Gaby could catch this player off, and he does. His position is known. It's known exactly where the bomb is. So now it's just up to these players not to give him these 1v1s. He's 24 and 10. He's hitting his shots, so you don't want to give him the opportunity to give 3 1v1s. And there's the first. He is brought very low, though. Literally just a singular bullet would take him out. 30 seconds on the clock as well.
Yeah, very cautious from the TUS side. They just back off. They know they have control of bombs, so no need to give them any more fights. All top towards the bottom of connector, but unfortunately just moves a bit too quickly for that to be effective. Scarecrow will take him down, and UL Esports, they've had quite a dynamic T side so far. They've been poking at every angle of the map, but when they slow it down, they really they don't distract the CTs enough to be able to open up the gaps that they needed for that push through mid to be successful. We'll give TUS a second, but the T's still able to get about it here, and the pace at which they're flying down mid right now, it looks like they're going to be up short already. Spot out the player towards Van. Baby Bear, he jumps up and almost has his head ripped off. Gibby will find the kill with the nade. Meanwhile, towards the back of the side through deck, trying to make something happen here, as it is him against the ever-rising tide of UL Esports, and unfortunately the wave defense isn't quite on point as Michael takes down Scarecrow, leaving it just all onto Bartello and Lockie. Bartello will get 1, actually doubles up here. Lockie trapped behind the fire. He's not able to do anything so far into this round. It's all been on Bartello's shoulders, but he will eventually burn, leaving it just on the Lockie. CM2K finishes it off with a headshot, and 13-7 UL Esports get us back on track.
Yeah, I think they just heard you talking about them. You said the slow plays just aren't working. It gives TUS time to set up, to focus on different objectives, different locations. And so they just decide fast mid, and they just gun it there. No player is there to peek onto mid. They get a little bit of info, but by the time they realize what's happening, it's too late. Short has been taken. They're bombarding the site. They take out Gaby at Van, and it's just knocked wide open. So UL Esports, it was just too much of a commanding lead to begin with. 8-4 is such a steep hill to fight against. Even if it is on the CT side, it's really good. And TUS just could not follow up after that deficit.
Yeah, that's part of the thing, right? Especially now that we have shorter games, is that you really can't afford to start as slow as TUS did there. Yes, they built back into it, but the mountain's already been laid out in front of you. You already have such a difficult challenge. So although you get 4 rounds, you lose the next one, suddenly your confidence is knocked straight back down to the team that lost the initial, or that were down, I think, what, like 7-1 at some point, something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
very, very, very difficult to try to fight back into that one. But they did show signs of life at certain points, and definitely the likes of Baby Bear was showing up into this game. But just that's kind of the way it plays out with a lot of these teams with slightly less experience, right? We've seen this UL Esports roster, or at least a version of it, for the last couple of seasons. So this is more of a learning curve now for TUS going forward.
Yeah, especially with players that might have been playing a bit, but getting more experience as well for in this kind of tournament style. Especially a switch up that we've moved into this Swiss system, into then the single elimination. So being able to play more around that, the best of twos, you could pull out draws here, but you can't be losing maps now. It's a little bit more punishing to it to some extent, but it's also more rewarding then for the teams that are able to clutch out wins. So it's definitely one where closing out your first match of the day, closing out as much as you can, is so much more important than it was.
Yeah, no, 100%. But good win for UL Esports there. TUS continue. I would have to double check. Have they won a game previously?
I know both of them lost their previous game this week. Earlier today. Both of them.
Yeah, so unfortunately TUS continue their losing streak at the moment. But as I said, they definitely showed a little bit of fight there, and a well-deserved win for UL Esports. But I think that's going to be all from us tonight. And hopefully I don't appear on anyone's screen again for a decent bit of time. But just make sure... I'm going to put a couple of commands here in the chat. It'll be, the bracket, the Discord. Make sure you join the Discord to help get signed up for next season. We're already looking to the future. But yeah, Kurt, do you have anything else to say before we leave the broadcast?
Well, I think we should definitely add that for the rest of the week and coming into next week before Wednesday, we will have Rocket League. Oh, Rocket League. We will have League of Legends. Wrong league. League of Legends tomorrow. We will then have F1 on Friday, and then coming into next week we'll have the other first person shooter, the different one as Evan would call it, and then Rocket League on the Tuesday, and then we're back again here next week for Ireland Esports Collegiate Series week 4. So
Can we talk about quickly the fact that Evan calls it the other game, but he still says like flawless, and I swear I've heard him say thrifty.
Yeah, he has been known to say a couple of those. We don't condone that behavior.
Yeah, disgusting. Anyway, that's it from me and Kurt, and as always, the lovely Tiddler on production, and we will. I say we. I won't, hopefully, as I said, but we'll be back with you next week.
See you guys.